Hey guys, it's Drew. It's been a hot minute, but I am back to show you guys how to do this super fun, glittery eye look with some berry tones as well. I've never done a look with this much glitter before, so it was super fun, and if you want to know how to do this fabulous glitter eye, then just keep on watching. So I'm just starting off with this face serum, and it is from Perricone MD. It's a skin replenishing serum. And I just apply this straight onto my T-zone, and you don't really need very much. I actually use too much of this. So yeah, just kind of rub it into your skin, and that's really it. Then I'm going to be using this Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer from First Aid Beauty, and it's really nice for makeup because it's really thin and it's got like an illumination to it, so I think that's really cool. Then I'm just going to grab my Prep and Prime. I don't usually use this before makeup, but I was feeling especially dry this day, so oh well. Now we have the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I don't really know how I feel about this just yet, because I don't feel like it really blurs my pores enough, or at least as much as I would like them to, but I'm giving it a second try, and I kind of just rub it all over my face. It pulls up my skin a little bit, so I wouldn't recommend going as hard as I do, but yeah. And then I just like to pat it into my skin after I rub it, because I feel like that's doing something, although I don't really know if it's doing anything. So yeah, just rub it into your skin. Then we have this Makeup Revolution Ultra Face Base Primer, and it's just to kind of fill my pores a little bit more. Now, it doesn't advertise itself as a pore filler, but I feel like it will do the trick. Now, this is Vaseline Lip Therapy, and obviously this is just to prep your lips before any lipstick, and it's really moisturizing and really nice, and you just put it all over your lips. Simple. Now we have foundation, and this is the L'Oreal True Match foundation. I believe it's in the color Golden Ivory. It's really cool because it has these little gold reflective glitters inside, but it doesn't actually show like chunks of glitter on your face, which I think is really cool. And it actually stays quite glowy even after you apply a setting powder, which I absolutely love because I feel like I always look a little too powdery. So this one does blend out really nicely. Now we have the Maybelline Brightening Creamy Concealer, and I believe this is the lightest shade, and it's still a little bit too dark. It's not really brightening for me personally because of how pale I am. Then we're just going to use this Kat Von D setting powder. This is the translucent one, and I like this one because it has a little bit of a yellow tint, whereas other translucent powders I've tried have more of a pink one, and I just put this in my T-zone and pat it out with the beauty sponge. Now we're going to go with the powder brush, any powder brush, and this Makeup Revolution pressed powder, and this is a translucent one as well. And we're going to use this powder to go all over the rest of the face. I don't like to set it with loose powder because I just feel like it gets too powdery, like I said before. Then with any fluffy brush, you're going to go back into your translucent powder, the loose one, and just set your eyelids. I set my eyelids because I crease a lot in my eyelids, and I currently don't have eyeshadow primer that I like a lot, so I just do this technique, and it seems to work fine for me. Now we have the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour Palette, and I'm just going to go in with the neutral shade right there and carve out my cheekbones. This is pretty basic. I just used a contour brush. I don't remember what brush this was exactly. And here I am just appreciating the carve of that cheekbone. I'm doing the same thing to the other side. This side of my face for some reason doesn't like to blend out as well as the other side, as you can see in my facial expression. Then I just go ahead and use the warmer tone brown just to contour my forehead, and then I use the excess from the brush and just do underneath my double chin. Now this is just a slightly bigger powder brush that I use to kind of blend out the contour because sometimes I'm a little heavy-handed, and yeah, this is just my little saving grace. Here is a angled brush. I don't know what it's called. It just says angled eye. It's a W20. And I use this one to contour my nose, and I use the same neutral shade that I use on my cheeks to contour my nose. I like to carve out a little bit of a button nose just because I think it's really cute, and then I use that big powder brush again to blend that out. Yes, work it. Now these are L'Oreal True Match Lumi Liquid Glow things. It's just like a liquid illuminator, and I mix the color Ice and Golden and put that on my cheeks before the powder highlight. I just put it in my T-zone, really. I go a little overboard with highlighting, but that is because I'm in my element. This is Senna Beauty Divine Baked Highlighter in 01. And it's got kind of like a bronzy shade and then a like golden shade on the other side. And with a fan brush, I just put that on. Clearly, I'm amazed at this glow. It is probably one of my favorite highlights because it's one of the only ones that makes my skin have that like wet, glistening look, which I love. So, yeah, I apply another one. This is the Goddess of Love Triple Baked Highlighter from I Love Makeup, I think. I don't remember what it's from or where it's from, but look at me go. I forgot one. Makeup Revolution Highlighting Palette. This palette surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be very pigmented, but I just went over my other two highlights because I'm extra with a golden highlight, and I am loving life. Look at me. Glowing. I'm done, I said. Then this is just a Lisa Frank angled blush brush that I got in an Ipsy bag, and I'm going to take Milani's Luminoso blush and just apply that over my highlight. Now we're going into brows. This is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Brow Palette. I believe it's in the medium to fair one, and I'm going to take that darker wax and just apply that. Oh, I zoomed you in. Taking the wax and just applying it around the perimeter of the brow, not really using it to fill in the brow completely. I like to do that because I just feel like it helps me get a cleaner look. Now I'm going to take the darkest powder shade, and this is what I'm going to use to fill in the whole brow. I used the little angled brush for the wax that came in the actual palette, but this brush that I'm using for the powder is my own brush. I believe it's a Merle Norman eyebrow brush, but they're everywhere. You can find an eyebrow brush anywhere. I like the ones that have the little spoolies at the end. And now I'm using the little cream concealer shade inside the palette and using that to kind of carve out the underneath and the edge or tail of my brow. This is a Maybelline tinted brow gel that I'm using. It doesn't really work all day, but I still use it. Now we're using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette and taking the color Tempera and just putting that all over the eyelid with a fluffy brush. It can be any fluffy eyeshadow brush. I do this because I want my eyelid to be all one color. I know we did this before with setting powder, but I do it again anyway. Now we're going to take the color Love Letter from the same palette and put that into the crease, and this section requires a lot of blending, so just bear with me. Then we're going to take Venetian Red and put that on top of the blended pink, which was Love Letter, and then just blend it out so it's nice and seamless and just very, very, very blended. Now we're taking this smaller dome-shaped fluffy brush with Antique Bronze and putting that on the outer corner, blending it into the other two colors. And then we're going to take the same brush with Citrus Umber and put it kind of in the outer corner. You want to focus it more so on the outer corner, but still blend it further down the crease. Then we're going to take Citrus Umber again with the smaller ended side of that same brush, which is just a little packer brush, but it's very small, and we're going to put that color underneath the eyes. This is a Morphe N or M160, and then I'm going to use the NYX Smudge Liner in Jet Black, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a winged liner. This is pretty self-explanatory. It took me a lot of practice to finally get down my winged liner, but I'm actually going to do it so that it's thicker at the edge, and then it's going to get very, very thin towards the inner corner, if you can see how that looks. Yeah, I don't really want a thicker inner corner. Now I'm going to take these NYX glitter, I think it's just called Glitter Brilliance or something like that, and some Glitz Fix, which is just like a glitter glue, putting that on my eyelid, and then I mixed those two colors. I will link down below the two NYX colors because I honestly can't remember what they're called. One of them is a silver with kind of reflective glitters in it, so it looks like it's got some blue and some green, and the other one is just a straight pink glitter, and I'm using just a flat packing brush to put that on. I like to use a smaller flat one. This brush in particular is called a flat definer brush, and I'm just going to use the Glitz Fix as I go because it dries really quickly and then the glitter won't stick. So you just gotta make sure that you go slowly and are just very patient with this process. Peep that little hand in the back. Hi, Jamie. These are some Eyelure Faux Mink lashes. I don't remember what style they're in, but I'm just using the Duo Glue, and it's the Duo Glue that's in the little tube with the brush. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, using that to put my lashes on. And then I'm going to use the L'Oreal Paris False Lash Superstar X Fiber Lash because I just have a thing for like fiber lashes because my natural lashes are quite short. But yeah, I just put it on the root of my actual lash and then on my bottom lashes. Then for lips, I use the NYX Liquid Suede in Sandstorm and in Tea and Cookies. I use Sandstorm first just as like a base, and then Tea and Cookies I put on top just to make it a little bit more pinky without it being such an intense pink lip. You'll see in a second how I put it on top, and then I just kind of pat it into the color just to blend them. You can use a brush to blend them, but I find that patting with my finger works better, and I didn't really want to dirty my brush with some lipstick, so yeah. Then we're going to take Prep and Prime again, and we are just going to set this look all together, and it is pretty much finished. That is the finished look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love playing with glitter, so the fact that I got to do this just makes me so happy. I'm so excited to be back to filming tutorials again, and I will see you with some more looks in the future. Bye, guys!